I'm a future wave. I'm a future wave. Have you guys heard? Have you guys heard of Ale?
No, is that what you were singing?
Ale. Yeah, she's super dope. She's like this Japanese like R&B singer.
Yeah, that was
It's fucking dope.
That was a dope Christmas carol.
Thanks, man.
I really wanted to join
Thanks.
in, but you stopped already.
I'm a future wave.
That's
beautiful.
That's all
Great.
I wanted to do. Listen.
You were like the elf
Yeah.
in the song.
Yeah, what is that? And then I wanted to be the reindeer. I don't know what they sound like.
And then he wanted to be the Rain Man.
Yeah.
I feel like the reindeer would sound like the Temptations backup singers. Ooh, up, boo, up, ba-doop. You would do the shoe wops in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Shoo-wop, dooby-doo.
That's really good. Well, welcome everybody. This is Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber, movie review podcast, and coming at you from the internet waves. My name is Alex.
Internet. Waves.
And that was Junior. Or Con.
And that was Nikonsi.
Yeah.
Wow. The only one who had to introduce himself at all was Alex. Well played,
Pretty
Myron.
much.
Well played. Well played, Nikonsi.
Three's company too.
Today we're going to be reviewing the movie White Snake. No, not the band from the 70s.
And not the explicit movie that was filmed as a side project.
Yeah, that came up. And let me tell you, I watched all 3 hours of it. And
Did you see the crazy part with the tentacles? I was like,
yeah.
what is this? A 20,000 headed serpent? That's not realistic. Come on.
I thought it was a brave call by the director.
And on top of that, it was serving pizza. Pizza?
While doing the main action that it was doing to the lead actress,
And lead actor at the same
and lead
time.
actor.
I can't even.
was
I don't
crazy.
even know. That was that
Also,
was
who
crazy.
puts a hole
There was
in
something-
their pizza?
Yeah, who puts holes in their pizza? Not me.
Yeah.
Not this guy.
No.
That's weird.
But I guess like so that he can hold it, it just makes sense. Like I feel like maybe he makes that request when he orders it over the phone. He's like, "Oh, can you put a hole in the middle of the box?"
I guess
And
I can see what the director was trying to do and the message he was trying to convey, but I don't know. I just would have done it a little differently. Ask me how I would have done it.
all I know is that I walked away exhausted.
Yeah,
How
but
would you
ask
have
me
done
how
it,
I would have done it.
Nikonsi, how
Ask
would
me.
you have done the
Okay,
tentacles?
Yeah.
this is how I would have done it. Okay, I like the idea of the 20,000 headed snake. That gets pretty freaky,
Right.
but I wouldn't have started like that. How I would have started it was I would have started with a regular snake coming up, knocking on the door. You're probably wondering, with what hands, Nikonsi? What the snake? Oh, this snake is so powerful that it just uses its head. Ooh, I know. Creepy, dangerous, and enticing. That powerful of a head, you just got to get the tip in. That's it. So,
And then the job is done.
First, it tries to slither underneath. Can't do it. So it just starts slamming its head on the door. And then it says, "Sss," which, in my subtitles, I would translate, "Your pizza is here," with a strong comma. Your pizza is here. Once the door opens, the snake would go, "Sss," which means, how many friends do you have? And do you want one pizza or two pizzas? And by pizzas, I mean snake heads. And then from there, it would splinter off into 20,000 heads. That
makes sense.
That's how I would have done it. Yeah.
And then that's where the action would start?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. No foreplay needed.
Nah.
Yeah.
Unless
I mean, we
it's a
fast forward through that
four-way,
shit.
Yeah.
Then that's good foreplay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. But again, we're not talking about that movie. We're reviewing The White Snake movie, 2019 Chinese animated film. And we watched it in English dub. I was surprised about that. Did you know it was English dub?
I knew it was English dub. We couldn't make it to the subtitled. The original language that it came out in was Mandarin.
Right.
Yeah.
I love IMBD's description of what this movie. It's a love story between a snake spirit and a snake hunter. Typical Romeo and Juliet, guys.
Yeah, this film was actually inspired by a traditional Chinese fable, which is called Legend of the White Snake. But this story was serving as a prequel to the original story.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I love that these animated films are kind of gearing us up for like probably something something big, because Neja is kind of doing that, isn't it?
Yeah, Neja did that.
Which was
surprisingly, Neja set it up for like a trilogy, as long as it does well.
Fuck.
And this was
I hope it
definitely
does.
like a singular movie telling this tale.
But I don't think this film is gonna have another one. It just served as a prequel to the original story.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that it not necessarily wrapped it up very neatly, but it did wrap it up. But basically, if I can give a small synopsis off of a short breakdown that I gave to somebody on a Instagram comment, it's about a girl from the Snake Clan who goes to assassinate a tyrant general who's using the life force of snakes to strengthen his dark kung fu. And in the attempt, she loses her memory, meets a homie who turns out to be a snake hunter, and they work together to help restore her memory and throw down that tyrant.
Mm-hmm. That was totally the same movie that we all three of us watched.
Definitely.
Because
definitely.
I don't remember there being... I remember there being a Foot Clan, and that was a very important notation to reference. Very important.
Yeah, you know, it happens all the time when we're all sitting in the same theater and then we each watch like 3 different movies.
That's the best time.
Yeah. We come back and talk about it and we're just like, what the hell?
Because, like, really, I watched a movie that was PG-13, basically PG-14, but...
Oh, shit.
That... Because, like, it was ridiculous. It started off super lewd, and I'm like, are they trying to, like, get the youngins excited about why this demon is so attractive and how you could fall for a demon? And then it became a weird racial thing for, like, the entire movie.
A weird what?
And then it became a weird racial thing about in the entire movie of just like, demons aren't bad, to like, demons are terrible. No. Now I'm a demon and I love her.
Oh, man.
And then there's like, oh, well, shit, now he's a demon.
Maybe demons aren't that bad.
Maybe demons aren't bad, man. Maybe demons used to be humans. No, but then how are demon babies born? And then there was a big kung fu fight that wasn't important to the overall story at all.
You know what that does? That does pose a great question. It's kind of like the same question as the mermaid question. If you were gonna make it with a mermaid, how would you? You know?
Actually, that question is answered in the movie Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson and William Dafoe.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I would not expect
I
that.
know. I didn't either. Well,
Futurama kind of. Well,
Yeah.
tell us how the Lighthouse answered it.
Oh, you just rub until it happens. Just rub it out. Just
What?
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah, you rub it out.
That's so great.
It's weird. It's weird. I was watching that movie with my sister. and
Oh,
and
God.
we were like, what the fuck is going on? This is weird. Okay, well, let's keep watching it.
Just no eye contact. Oh my god. Oh my god. I put my hand on your hand. We're grabbing the armrest. Okay, I'm gonna sit 2 seats over. Okay, just to be cool.
The whole audience like, what are we watching? All right, okay. Oh, okay. This is some interesting allegory.
I heard
For
that part
life.
of the movie was life changing.
It wasn't life changing, but it was a cool movie.
Because like
it might be life-changing for me.
Yeah.
It's nothing you were expecting at all.
It will
And
put
then
you
you're
in a
just like,
dark rabbit
oh.
hole, Alex.
I think now see because Nikansi, you have a little more callous build up to these kinds of things. Me, you're right. I'll be in a dark rabbit hole for like a week.
You're like, what is
and
it?
I won't come
what
out.
does it even mean? But then you'll learn a lot about mythology, and you'll be like, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah.
I do like Futurama's answer to the question. If we want to
Yeah.
go all the way back, Futurama's answer to that question was they do it the way that seahorses do it, where the female lays her eggs in the male's belly button, and then the male fertilizes them.
That's funny. That's freaking funny.
Which is also like
Yeah.
seahorses, except it was Futurama doing the seahorses.
That totally makes sense. That
But the snake. So how is our homeboy snake hunter gonna make it with the girl? Like she has a human form, so then there you go. And ladies and gentlemen, when we watch this movie, I think that's all we walked out wondering.
pretty much.
Nothing else.
Pretty much.
Oh, here, I got the answer.
Okay.
So, well, this is for a snake on snake. This is getting weird.
Okay,
So,
great. No, please.
Male garter snakes form a mating ball in which each tries to get the female to open her cloaca so that he can insert his penis and mate with her.
Yeah, her cloaca.
Yeah, cloaca.
So, is it multiple males?
Generally, actually, yes. If you're going to be breeding you snakes for eggies, you like they literally just have an orgy.
Ah, I'm watching it. That's intense. No more.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You watched it. That's just an orgy.
Oh,
But
God.
this brings
Dude,
that's intense.
another question, which is popular in ridiculousness in anime, which is lamias. Lamias are snake people, and generally speaking, they are snake people who are bottom snake, top women, or male, and it is assumed that as far as most things have looked into it, like they have little like pants covering for their hips where their hips don't lie. Na 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 na.
I'm totally learning so much right now.
This has been a very educational beginning of the pod. But I will touch on the movie.
Wait.
Oh, yes. More snake facts?
No, the movie that I saw.
Yeah, the movie that you saw was
I
completely
saw a
different
movie
from
about
the-
a talking dog. That's the true hero.
Bolt?
Yeah. I was watching Bolt. I was like, wow, this dog is awesome. Oh man, he's going through so much turmoil. Ah.
And then
Him and that cat are really good friends.
when they died and were reincarnated, he was the big brother.
Damn. It's a lot of responsibility, let me tell you. I really liked the characters in this movie. I liked how they really played to, like, for example, everybody who was like in the Snake Clan, especially the main sister, which I'm gonna pull up the character voice. So Blanca's sister,
Verde?
which I think it was Verda. I think what they called
They
her
were
in the
definitely
movie.
pronouncing like the word as English Verda.
Verda. She and Fox had this very like seductive personality, because again, their role in the movie was like, okay, they're gonna seduce you with just sex appeal. They're not actually going to have sex with you, but to do the bad thing, for example, for Blanca, in essence, was, you know, turn her back on her snake hunter guy and go back to the snake demon clan, and then bless you.
Thank you.
And then when Fox, which I loved Fox, her character, did y'all love her?
She was wild. She
I
was
did.
crazy.
She was dope. Her role was to seduce the snake hunter boy, which I think is his name Dudo?
No, that was the dog.
Dude, I'm so annoyed
See?
with IMBD.
I knew that the movie was about the dog.
It really was. Oh, see, look at this. This is beautiful. The fandom Wikipedia page just has pictures with them. Yeah, his name was Susuan.
Shushwan, that's it.
Susuan, or I think they call him Sean in the movie.
Sean.
Sean,
Yes, Sean.
like Sean Hunter
Yeah, from Boy Meets World.
from Boy Meets World. He was in this movie.
It all comes back.
He reincarnated as a angsty teen who wears leather jackets and has awesome hair. So Fox's role was to seduce Sean into, you know, becoming a demon. So I really liked their roles. And then again, tying back to June's point, there was a lot of like up the dress shots.
Yeah,
On
a little too much.
on Fox.
I felt like I was watching like an anime show where they're just throwing fan service at you. I'm like,
all the time.
yeah, you know what's funny though is in like Japan they have those fan service shots. They do it a little bit in like the teen shows when kids are hitting
Yeah.
puberty. They're like, ooh, enticing.
They're like, ooh, more of that, please.
And then they have some like more adult ones where it's all fan service, which is way too much. I just don't care for fan service.
I'm the same way.
like
I don't
it.
like shows that do it too
Yeah,
much. I'm just like,
I don't want you to force these sexual thoughts on me. That's weird.
Low-key, that's why, not to go off too far into this tangent, low-key, I think that's why I didn't like Iron Man 2 too much, because I felt like it was too much there's too much fan service with Scarlett Johansson.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
It kind of turns me off from the movie. I don't know. I'll go back and watch it. But any other impressions you guys want to give about the movie before we jump into some badass moments?
Yes. I enjoyed the movie. Besides these weird extra fan service shots, for a kids movie, I thought some of the shots were too revealing, like her dress. Like I swear, you could.
That was
have
all-
it-
that might have-
There was about to be a nip slip, like left and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was.
was like, this is a kids movie, right? I felt like this was more of an older family movie where you would watch it with your family, but everybody's much older, like our age, like watching it with mom. But if I was like watching it with like I couldn't watch this with like kids out of school.
Nah, for sure. You would get the teacher
Me,
parent association called on
yeah,
you, the PTA.
they'd be like, Mr. Trong, what are we watching?
This is a very important tale.
I swear this is a mythology tale of one of the 8 immortals.
It's cultural.
Yeah,
It's cultural.
it's
It's to
cultural.
teach them about cultural.
Even then, I
teach them
felt like
about
it would
almost
be
nip
weird
slips.
to watch it with like mom because there was so much sexualization of like pretty much every female character that wasn't the like old auntie.
It wouldn't be weird. Mom watches these kind of movies all the time.
It would be weird for me. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Hey, yo. Okay, no, actually, I do. I'm gonna write this one down, and I'll leave it for the what the fuck moment. But what badass moments would you guys like to get into?
When they finally start getting into the pretty much the end of the movie, the climax was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is still a kung fu movie.
Yeah, the kung fu was super dope.
I like the
Um,
yeah on the
Go
kung
ahead.
fu note. The badass moment when we first see uh White Snake going through the guards and just killing them left and right at the
Yeah, she was a
beginning.
savage.
That's when I was like, I don't think this is like rated PG. Cause it was bloody. It was like we were watching an anime.
It was no, yeah. I think that was our, other than the hot spring scene, that was like one of our first signs that like, okay, this is for real. This is kind of, I think, an older or more mature movie.
Which is why it was not
feel-
rated.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, my badass moment was. I'm trying to remember the fight between the Snake Clan guy who got sent behind Verda's back to go collect Blanca and potentially kill the Sean Hunter. Sean Snake Hunter. Holy fuck, guys.
There it is.
You
Oh,
found it
oh
out.
my
Sean Snake
It all-
Hunter makes sense.
It all comes full circle. That scene was super dope. The fight between like when she found out that she was a snake, right? She lost her memory, and when her powers kind of get revealed. So it was a super awesome sequence.
Can we go into what the fuck moments?
I have a good one. Well, no, let's touch on our number ratings before
Okay.
the what the fuck moments. Save the best for last. I'm going to give this movie a solid 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna also give it a solid snake. 7 out of 10.
Oh. Yeah. I would recommend this movie to friends, and I would definitely go and watch it again. Especially because I was sleepy for parts of it. Not sleeping, but sleepy.
You know,
And
surprisingly, I don't know why or when, but Chinese animated films have just gotten really good.
they're still awesome.
We didn't have them a few years ago. I mean, there was some, but they were like, meh, I'm not. That animation looks awful. Now every animated film they're putting out, their animation is amazing.
Yeah, they're stepping up their game. Super awesome. Mr. June?
Nani?
What would you like to rate this?
Nah. Nee. That's a reference to Monty Python, by the way. I'm not sold on this movie. It was very, very weird, and it was a weird experience. And I wouldn't quickly recommend it. That said, it wasn't a bad experience. It was just weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like there was a lot of weird misdirection, or at least I wasn't into it. In the movie, like, the hypersexualized scenes were very cool, but also very, like, isn't this supposed to be, like, some sort of, like, younger audience movie? And if not, then the humor is just, like, weird, and the voice acting for the dub was very, like, differently paced. So I assume that if we had watched the sub, I would have given it a 7, but I'm gonna give it a 6.
6 out of 10 English dub.
Yeah, because the
You
audio pacing was weird, even though there were so many cool things. Like, the music was nice, visually, as Nakansi was just explaining, like, there was a lot of, like, just impressive graphically intensive looking scenes. Just
I think that I think you're right. I think that if we watched it in in original Mandarin language, it might have bumped my score up to an 8 out of 10, because it I don't know. It just adds to the experience. I don't know if that English dubbing is quite there yet.
Well,
At least for this movie.
Yeah, for this movie, the English dub felt really, really fast in accordance to the like visually what we were seeing for how they were talking, and then
Right.
on top of that, they felt. And not really trying to offend these voice actors, but like they felt like their voice director was telling them like happier, like cheerier,
Right.
like, and they just used they used higher pitched tone for their voice a lot of the time, and so that generally speaking doesn't pull the right emotional stance of like, nah, this is a Romeo and Juliet story of a snake and a snake hunter, except it's not.
Oh,
You
no,
know
I'm sorry.
what I mean?
I feel like this might tie back to your point about you thought that this movie was supposed to be like kind of like a kid movie, potentially,
or
right?
At least a younger, like I know it was not
Younger.
rated, but also like this is one of those like cultural differences things. Like maybe for them it was for the actual Chinese audiences, which again they would not have to listen to the English dub. Maybe it was that good, but
You know what, dude? I think it goes back to that misdirection that you were talking about, where the voice actor was trying too hard to make it appeal to the younger audience, when it was probably actually more of a more mature film.
or at least a little bit
Right.
more mature film. Like, and I'm bringing this up because I've been suggesting off the podcast, but also on the podcast, to watch The Dragon Prince, which is a
This guy.
which is
I swear.
a like younger
This
audience
whole,
show.
This whole episode was just a build up for his recommendation.
Bam, bam, bam! I had that gun loaded with your name on that bullet. But yeah, like it's just like with the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Your first season, you watch it and you're like, okay, so they're using the cartoon medium with a definitely more anime inspired artistic medium here, and the story starts off really aloof, but then they're also touching on a lot of things that make it a much deeper, more resonating like experience, right? This
Yes.
movie, for what? How long was the movie? I felt like it was only like an
99
hour.
minutes.
Okay, so yeah, I was like, it's only like an hour and a half, and in the hour and a half, I never lost the feeling of like this movie is too aloof, and that took me out of the experience that they might have been trying to sell, and I directly relate that to the voice cast and the voice director.
I definitely
That's a good point.
I definitely would have preferred to watch it in Mandarin. So, future note, whenever we watch a film, let's watch it as close to what the original director wanted it. Future note.
I agree. Cause Neja did that. It was kind of aloof at the beginning, but then it had that build up in emotion.
It had such good pacing with Neja.
Oh.
And it was
Yeah, dude.
it was a family movie for young kids, older kids, adults. Neja covered everything. That's why
It had something for
Yeah.
everything, like that one Whitesnake movie the other one that we watched. But
20,000
anyway, I'm sorry.
heads
Go
for
ahead.
everyone. But Neja, the pacing was fantastic. For this film, the reason I gave Neja a really high rating. The reason why I gave Whitesnake a much lower rating was I really enjoyed seeing this old folktale, this old fable told on screen in an animated medium. Typically, these stories are told actually in TV series, which my mom watches all the time.
Yeah,
These kind of TV series, and they're really old fables. These stories are so old. It's like a tale of Hercules, pretty much.
That's
So
cool. That's really
so
cool.
seeing it animated and seeing it with martial arts and good animation, and fantastic cinematography, great music. Like when he was singing, I wanted to hear it in Chinese so bad because I knew it would probably sound beautiful.
I say that we give this a rewatch and watch it in Mandarin at some point when it comes out.
I agree.
Not for like a full episode, but definitely a like. We should have watched it originally in Mandarin.
Yeah. We'll make it happen.
To piggyback on you talking about the singing, that in particular was a scene where like, as far as the voice cast and the voice direction is director and the direction is concerned, like, why didn't they just leave it with the regular Mandarin track for the singing? And like have it added in subtitles. Like,
No, that would have been weird.
Like it would have been weirder, but it wouldn't have lost all meaning. I literally cared zero for that track, that entire scene. I was like, this is so bad.
That's sometimes
Because
that's
of
what
the
you get
dub.
with the English dub.
Yeah.
It's just a mixed bag.
Because like
sometimes.
bringing up is that like I have watched the Cantonese dub of Mulan, or was it Mandarin? Whichever one that Jackie Chan sings in.
It was Mandarin.
Yeah. So like that's an example of a dub feeling pretty natural.
Well, it's Jackie Chan.
And then Jackie Chan singing was like, holy shit.
That man
That
is
was
not even
wild.
a man. He is one of the 8 immortals.
He's one of the 8 immortals.
Pretty much. Well, I think that maybe we can do that, like host that movie. Remember that service that you guys were talking about where we can watch the movies like remotely?
Yeah.
Maybe we can invite some people, some of our listeners on. We'll announce it and maybe we can watch the actual Mandarin dub. What do you guys think about that?
Sounds like a good time.
Well, I got some what the fuck. Well, at least one what the fuck moment to.
I got
to
one
bring
what
up.
the
What do you-
fuck moment. Let's see what your what the fuck moment is.
Okay, so there was a part where Verda was trying to get her sister Blanca to abandon Sean Hunter and go back to the Demon Clan, and she was like, kind of saying like, "Ooh, you remember in Friends where Monica was trying to seduce Chandler as a younger girl?" And she was like putting like carrots between her fingers. She's like, "Ooh, I love the way these carrots feel between my fingers." There was a moment where they were in this like temple and there was like huge Buddha statue and he was kind of holding up his finger. His hand where he had his thumb and index finger in like a circle. And she like slithers through and she's just like, "Ooh, it feels like this Buddha statue is embracing me. Come back to the clan, Blanca." And I was like, that is so sexual,
I was
dude.
like, that's weird. All right. I mean, I know they're demons, but I swear I thought this was a kid's movie. Just kidding. It's not rated.
Again.
I kept looking at you guys like, what is this rated? Because every single time I think it's a kid's movie, something hypersexual that a demon would probably do is happening.
It's the voice
Yeah.
acting again. I again. But anyway, that was my what the
Okay,
fuck
my what the fuck moment was when the fox demon all of a sudden twists her neck around and you see the fox face talking. And I was like, whoa, what? Whoa. That whole demon scene with the fox was actually really good because
It was so
they really painted the picture of what her lair would look like and the demons around her. I was like, all of those are actual demons in different Chinese art and folklore. I was like, nice, that was good.
They really, really like that whole like every scene involving Fox. I think was a steal from a lot of the rest of the movie, just because they like it was so weird to like. They really, really went in on the deviousness, the misdirection of this fox demon, they made her like very sexual. She had an opium pipe, and then
Fucking opium pipe, yeah.
and like at any time that she's trying to like silver tongue Shen into like, no, you should, I have so many of these like crazy demon artifacts. And then of course he ends up going back and like giving up his soul to become a demon. Like that entire scene, the entire every single scene with her was like just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was a steal. I agree with you, dude. I was just like, give me more Fox. Like, she's fucking awesome.
My what the fuck moment was, again, because of this misdirection of the voice actors and the voice director, comes strictly from the attack and leading into the Buddha temple and all sorts of other shenanigans, because they get trapped and they're like, oh yeah, that's right, there's some sort of Chinese riddle here. Oh wait, the door of life, go. And they definitely performed coitus. They like straight up were like, kiss, hypersexualized shoulder, because shoulders are very attractive apparently, people.
Shoulders be sexy. Shoulders be
And
sexy.
then
Shoulder shrugs.
Nani? I took off her dress. Ooh woo, what's this? A bulge in my pants? And then it faded to black. And it's like, yeah, they definitely fucked in the Buddha temple, like Jesus.
like Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus
Did?
definitely.
Oh, all right.
Damn, this is good. This is like making the Mexican Catholic in me cringe.
It was
God
a weird
damn it.
scene.
Upbringing.
It was legitimately like, it's like you roll some sex dice and it's like, oh yeah, so we're gonna play hanky panky in the Buddha temple. Oh.
That's so great, dude. Any other what the fuck moments you guys want to get into?
Oh, so I'm gonna get an over the pants hand job at the Catholic Church. Oh,
In front of the crucifix. Any more what the fuck moments you guys want to touch
These
on?
are really, really specific. I wonder who made them.
I'm
No, but I do have some fun side notes.
Oh,
love side
Are we
notes.
ready for side notes? All right. So the production company of this film was Warner Brothers East, and the animation studio was Light Chaser Animation. And this company is based in Beijing, China, and this is only their second movie.
Whoa,
Their
crazy.
first movie came out in January 2016 and is called Little Door Gods, which can also be found on Netflix already, but we can't watch the Netflix version because it is 20 minutes shorter than the original version. So we'll need to find this movie and check it out.
What was the name of it? One
Little
more time?
Door Gods.
Oh, I'm
In
excited.
America, it's known as Door Guardians or the Guardian Brothers.
Wait a second.
So
Okay.
the Guardian Brothers is what it's called in America. But on Netflix,
exciting.
it's 20 minutes shorter, so we need to get the original version. Yeah.
I will leave it in your capable hands,
Yeah.
Hansi.
But also, White Snake already made their budget, so we're going to get more movies from this studio, which is amazing. Their
Hell yeah.
budget was Chinese yuan 80 million, and they made 447 million. Yes, in
Whoa.
American dollars, they made $61,618,000.
Good job, people.
Yeah.
Getting out there and watching these movies.
So, thank you, China, for a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, hopefully, they they like. I'm not gonna get political on this podcast. Never mind.
Good job at avoiding it. All right, y'all. Well, thanks so much for listening. Make sure you guys follow us at HSTSC33 on Instagram and Twitter. On Facebook, you can find us at Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber. Let me say that again. Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber. Did you get that? Because I'm not going to say it again. It sounds like you got it. And then make sure you go listen to our other podcast, Sidetrack Podcast, that releases episodes every Wednesday. One in English, and then the following in Spanish, and then the following in English, and then the following one in Spanish, and then the following one,
and then the following one in
Spanish. You can find them at Sidetrack Podcast on Instagram. That's the only social media account they have for now. They will work on other ones, okay? God. And that's it.
Thank you, Jim Carrey, for impersonating Jack Nicholson with saying "Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber." That was really good.
That was very specific impression there.
It was
very
very
done. Well done.
All right. Good night.
Or good morning or good day.
Oh, is that another Jim Carrey reference?
Ohayou gozaimasu. Konnichiwa. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, good evening.
All right, good job, fam.